Artesia Radio Show. We are back today after our excursion with the snake yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Did you see the pictures of that?
Oh, yes.
I did.
Oh, my gosh.
Cringe.
Yeah, well, you should have been there.
No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you.
And you know what was worse? Wasn't the sight of the snake. It was the smell.
Oh,
it's terrible. And I think I've ruined a shop vac because we have a shop vac out there, and I got the shop vac to get it out of there, and I had to take the shop vac out of the building because there was still the smell, and I'm trying to get the smell out of there, and it's
chunk it, yuck.
Yeah. So.
There's not enough attachments to get me far enough away from it.
So that was a good morning. How you doing? Not too well. So, but anyway, there was no way I was going to get back here to do the show yesterday. So that's what I spent most of the day working on. So anyway, we are back today, and Anita is not with us today. So she has sent 2 people to take her place.
Well, I was originally going to be here with Anita, but I recruited Rebecca.
Okay. Okay. So Laura Netherlin, and
Yes.
you're the president of the board.
Yes, I am.
That oversees the Haven of Hope. And Rebecca Williams, the Family
Life Coordinator.
Life Coordinator. Okay.
FLC.
Do you have courses on snakes and what to do when you see them?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Would you like to see
Nope.
that? No. Okay. All
Nope.
right.
Nope.
No, I do not have the snake. It is.
Good.
It's gone. Well, how are things? How are things going? Getting into the summertime and.
Yeah, Haven of Hope is blowing and going, and we have families that reside within our walls, and we're helping people. So
Good.
that's what the goal is.
Great. Rebecca?
It's going good. I mean, the kids it's loud in there now. Like, we got
It's
families.
summer.
Like, it's summer, and we're enjoying it. And we had a swing set donated, so we spent a lot of time outside. So, yeah.
Yeah. Before the super heat of the afternoon,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Oh, it's hot.
It's been kind of crazy.
Yes.
Laura, have you been on the board since the beginning of this, or were you drafted?
I'm a founding board member.
Founding
I'm the
member?
only one that is still with us at the founding board. So I started out as the secretary and then moved to vice president, and now I'm the president.
Okay. So when you were first approached about being on the board,
Yes.
what was it that said, I'm going to do this, I'm going to be a part of this?
When I was first approached, it was helping single mothers and, in turn, helping families. And that's what spoke to me. I'm always about empowering families and helping families thrive. And it spoke to me like, I can get behind this. I want to help women, and I want to help families. And that helps Artesia.
Yeah. Of course, did this start right before
Yeah,
the
this was
pandemic?
pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Pre-COVID, so we had some meetings in person, but then we did the whole Zoom stuff too, which we all know that's frustrating.
Yeah.
And
Not a fan.
Yeah, and building a large building in the process, and so it was bananas for a bit, honestly, because there's a lot of uncertainty with everything, and when we were in the final stages of figuring out the design for the building, we were thinking kids were at home being schooled. So we sort of wrapped things around under that context that what would it be like if kids are at home on laptops with computers, And so it did frame some of our decisions.
But now that it's hopefully
Please.
behind us, at least the pandemic part of it, I don't think COVID's gone away.
Exactly.
I saw where science got COVID. Dr. Fauci has COVID now. So I guess if science can get COVID, I guess anybody can.
We're all
potentially
yes.
On that. But now that that's for the most part behind, you've got families that have moved in. Has these have the changes that were built into the design, did those prove to be beneficial post-COVID?
Well, I think we were intentional about making spaces that, could accommodate laptops and working spaces, but it also works for moms who are, getting schooling online because they're also working jobs. And so it dual purpose, but I mean, it's not wasted spaces, but it's definitely could be dual purpose.
Well, and you mentioned online courses. Colleges have been doing remote learning for a long time now. There's a lot of people with a lot of degrees that
never walked onto a campus.
Yeah. So we know in certain situations it can work, and so while you were thinking about the kids, it's worked out for the parents then.
Yeah, and I mean, I think there's a high number of people, especially since we're in rural New Mexico. If you want to get some of those graduate degrees, you have to do it online if you're staying in Artesia.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wonder how they're doing the underwater basket weaving degrees without
that's a tough
attending.
one. That's a tough one.
Do you have to get in the water as a part of that, or can you do that on Zoom? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just. So has it been as rewarding as you thought it would be when you first got involved?
Yes, but it's been a growing experience for me. I'm a farm wife, and I stay pretty to myself, and this has made me put myself out there more.
Mm-hmm.
And, I had no ambitions to be a board president. I want to do good for the community. I want to help out. I'm volunteer, but I am generally the Indian, not the chief, and so it's put myself out there, and that's been empowering for myself while I'm trying to empower mothers and families. So it's been a good experience for me.
Yeah.
Not always comfortable, but a good experience.
So you want to go back to the farming, right?
Well, I wish I could. No, I still do all of that. It's not my full-time gig, but whenever I get called to help out, I'm there. But yeah, I'm dual dutying it. But it's really been good for me. But it's been out of my comfort zone.
Yeah, had to learn some things. Rebecca, I know you were real excited when the job opportunity came open and you applied and you wanted the job and
I wanted it.
And you got the job.
I got it. Yep.
And I'm sure no regrets at all.
No. There's no regrets.
Yeah. What's been some of the more enjoyable, and kind of describe what it is that you do? What does the family life coordinator do?
So basically, I am in the cottage. My son and I live on site, and we are with the families 24/7, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And so the job is a little different than I thought because of technology. Like, a lot of it's done through phone more than eyesight now, but we're there. I mean, on the weekends, it's a lot of fun. We all hang out. So yeah.
Yeah. So you have a job description that's on paper, and then here's the families that are coming in, and here's what's going to happen.
Right. Yeah. And every family's different. I mean, that's where it gets into fun and figuring out what to do and how to help them. But that's my main job, is building a relationship with the women and making sure we are meeting every need that they have.
Mm-hmm. Is the Haven of Hope, is it full now, or are you still accepting applications for new families?
Still accepting applications. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's sort of, with prices going through the roof, I can't see us being not full very much longer, just because if you were barely making it before, it's going to be tougher now.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy trying to do some of this. Just gas alone is really affecting everybody's budgets right now. And Rebecca, that's been a big fun, is trying to work that into the family planning now.
Right.
Instead of because they got to have the gas to put in the car to get to work, but now it's going to cost this much to do that. So You talk about things to adjust in the family budgets, right?
Yes, and gas is a big one.
Yeah.
Fuel.
What are some of the things that people should consider, like, getting rid of if they're having to make these choices?
Oh, well, I think sometimes, I personally like eating out, but that's not the best decision if you want to, start pinching pennies.
Yeah.
Entertainment.
Yep. Subscriptions. That's the first thing we go through is subscriptions.
Oh, those online that you don't realize that is racking up.
Yeah.
Yep. Do you really need that Netflix account? We have a Netflix account. Like, do you really need yours too? Nope. Let's get rid of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So some of the choices that people are having to make to do that. And then you throw on top of that some of the shortages that have been affecting in different areas.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
crazy. I don't understand some of these. I don't understand some of these shortages. I really don't.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the toilet paper shortage during the pandemic. I don't understand.
How did that correlate? Yeah.
Why are we hoarding all of this? They didn't blow up the toilet paper factory. They're still making toilet paper.
Right.
Why are we doing this? And so now, and you see that in different things that have been.
All the supply chains are just amok, and it doesn't really make sense at times.
No.
Yeah, but you have to be prepared. You have to plan for some of those things.
Yeah.
Right.
To try to get around some of that. That's crazy. So if someone knows, if someone has somebody in mind that might be a candidate for Haven of Hope, kind of describe what a good candidate would be. Somebody that we think would most benefit from being a resident.
Number one, you have to have a job or be in school. Like, that's the first thing. And then they have to be motivated. Like, that's...
And these are single mothers.
Single moms. So you have to, single mom, have custody of one kid at least. And then be motivated to want to change, because we expect a lot. 30% of your income has to be put into a savings account. It is communal living, so you have to get along with other people. But like that.
That hasn't been a challenge, has it? I mean, these families have just kind of
not yet.
But knock on wood.
And that's what I'm doing right now is preparing, because we are about to move in the third family, and so preparing them. Hey, like, our dynamic is going to change, and there's going to be new people in here, and that we just be prepared.
Yeah.
That's a key role for Rebecca, is keeping the peace.
Yes, that is,
You have a blue helmet, says UN on it. You're in there.
Well, we have, different personalities, different dynamics, and you're meshing families.
Yeah.
And, we all say it takes a tribe, but sometimes that tribe isn't always organic. So you gotta make it work.
Yep.
And that takes some discussion, and maybe some self-reflection.
Yeah.
Do I handle things right?
Yeah.
Or, do I think about my words before I speak? There's some discussions there, and she's the girl who...
No.
I know, I'm guilty. And
most people have a filter.
yeah.
I think mine's broken. It just...
well, mine is it's a filter that I use when I want to use it, not always use it.
So it works sometimes.
Yes.
It's kind of like guys hearing. We hear a lot of things, but we don't understand many of them. But so this is all part of the process, not just for the families that are there, but the new families that are moving in. And there's probably some skills in that, interpersonal relationships, that apply in college or at work or in other aspects of life.
Life, yep.
That's amazing. So third family, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's got to be exciting.
It is.
And there's still room for more, or?
There's,
Okay.
yep.
Great. Laura, how's the community been? I mean, there's a lot of these projects, get started big and everybody's all on board, but now that it's actually in functioning, it's in works, the community support's still there?
I feel like it is. In fact, West Main Baptist Church came and did a cleanup and helped us clean up our landscape a little bit and clean some windows, and we're very grateful to West Main Baptist Church. But the community has been gracious. I think we're holding up our bargain as, promises that we've made to the community, and the community has hugged us and warm welcome back to, any time that we ask for community support or a meal provided. The community steps up.
Yeah.
And it's been lovely to see. And I'm very grateful to Artesia, because I don't think this could happen in every community, and like we said, times are getting tougher, but our volunteers are still there.
Yeah. Oh, that's great that they're there, and you're going to need that volunteer help.
Oh, for sure.
And this is like real life learning experience for a lot of these, because I guess that's got to be encouraging to both of you to see, knowing all the challenges that everybody's dealing with right now, and these fortunate ladies and their kids are in the right place at the right time to be dealing with this type of economic situation, I would think.
Yeah, I think Haven of Hope, we are serving a need at the right time. We're all coming off of COVID and all of that drama, and we need each other. We can't be in isolation, and the women living in communities and in community and the families, they become a little community, a little tribe within Haven of Hope.
Yeah, fantastic. Anything else that we want to update folks on, Rebecca? Any additional info? How are the doors working out?
Oh, they're amazing. The doors, it's amazing.
I know that was one of the biggest challenges.
The supply chains.
Laura, did there ever a day or a week go by where Anita didn't talk about doors?
You know what? Now that you speak of this, doors was a big discussion.
So I'm glad they finally arrived, and that's all.
Yeah, it did delay us. Well, I mean, we overcame.
Sure.
But I mean, it was frustrating.
Yeah, it was one of those weird things. So all the construction's done. I mean, everything is done. It's all finished.
Oh, I think as we speak, Mr. Hatanis is in the cottage fixing the toy room closet. So that's exciting too.
Okay.
So it's getting fixed right now.
Good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're wrapping that up.
I think we're on the final. Like that was,
Do that. Well, great. So if the community wants to learn more, I know you have a great website.
Yep.
And that's where, because you're still needing donations to continue with the operations in addition to your other supporters.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. www.havenofhopenm.com, and that's where you can see what volunteer needs we have or donations that we would prefer to receive. And also, if you're a young mother out there who is considering Haven of Hope, that's where you need to go to start reaching out to us.
Yeah. Yep. I wonder, is part of the future benefit of having a facility like that is maybe not having for the residents, but having classes for other women who are in a similar situation who maybe aren't living there but might benefit from some of the knowledge? That might be, I don't know if that was part of the future plans. Yeah, that's something we need to consider.
Right now, we're just keeping it within our Haven of Hope families, but that's something we could consider.
Yeah, Rebecca's like, nuh-uh.
They don't live in the cottage, so no, I mean, like, they wouldn't be my domain. I'm just kidding.
I totally understand. No, I understand. Laura, is there anything else that you wanted to share with folks today about Haven of Hope?
Well, Anita wanted me to mention that the building project, Jane's Construction, our contractors, did receive an award for...
I pulled it up so I could know.
Okay.
It was...
They were the winner of the 2022 Best Building for $2.5 million to $5 million category.
And part of that was our mission, how we're helping families succeed and get on their feet. And so we just wanted to give a shout out to Jane's because they let us be a piggyback on when they received the award.
Yeah.
Rebecca and Anita and Kristen attended award ceremony.
Oh, wow.
So it was a nice little kudos to us and kudos to Jane's.
Yep.
So this was a ceremony that recognized a number of different companies for their awards.
They're building contractors.
Yeah.
It was, a little.
So you got to go to a ceremony and have a meal.
Have a
and all that
meal,
stuff.
yeah.
Where was this? Where did this take place?
Sandia Casino.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that had to be fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they have like a guest speaker? Was there a main speaker, or is it just pretty much presenting
No, it
awards?
was pretty much just presenting. Yep.
Yeah.
There were a
I
lot.
got to get to the casino, so come on, hurry up.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that's usually what happens at those,
They're like,
those
yep.
things. So, well, good. Well, I'm glad you got. And so, do you have a nice plaque now or something?
Yep.
Yeah, there is a plaque. It's a little glass.
Yep.
Awesome.
Sitting in our
office.
in our lobby. Yep.
Well, that's great. Well,
Yeah.
it's a great vision. It's a great project, and like you said, not many communities have the kind of support that would allow that to take place. Like we have here. So let's keep it going there. And if anybody has somebody they think would benefit from the program, go to the website.
Yes.
Direct them to the website so they can start the application process.
Yeah.
Well, good. Well, anything else?
I don't think so,
that's all.
Gene.
Okay. Laura Netherlin, board president.
Yes.
Thank you. And Rebecca Williams, family life
Coordinator.
coordinator.
FLC.
I wrote core.
Oh, that's you.
What did that stand
What
for?
did FLC? Huh?
FLC.
FLC at the
It's
KSVP. So.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you, Gene.
Well, thanks so much, and we'll see you guys next time.
All right.
Yes.
Sounds
All right.
good.
Thanks a lot. We're going to take a break.